Hey everyone, and welcome to Refurb Wednesdays. Today we're going through a 3-bedroom HMO with 2 en-suites and 1 off-suite. Now before we actually jump into this week's property, we'll talk about the front of the property. So the only thing that's done really in here, in the front, is making sure we put a new front door in. So this is a composite door rather than a UPVC door. It's a lot more durable and also it's a lot better quality than the previous one. It was damaged, it was old, needed replacing really from there. Let's jump inside and see what's happening in there. So this is a 3-bedroom HMO with 2 en-suites and 1 off-suite. So in actual hallways, we make sure that we put LED lighting as well as a smoke detector and also a radiator as well, so it can heat the actual hallways to ensure that no damp comes through or anything like that as well. Make sure we put a commercial carpet grade carpet in the actual hallway. That way any dirt can actually get caught here before going into the rest of the house, damaging carpets further around the property, and then also before you go into the communal area. Let's jump into bedroom number 2 before we go, sorry, bedroom number 1 before we actually go through the property. Okay, so we're in bedroom number 1. This has got an ensuite to my right over here. So for this property, what we've done is slightly differently. We've put 1,000 trays, 1,000 wide by 800 wide shower trays in these. So we've got a slightly bigger ensuite, taking a little bit more floor space, but still good, nice size bedroom as we like in every single double bedroom. So a double bed in here, wardrobe, put our smart TVs in all the bedrooms as well, and then obviously the communal areas there from there. So all we do is between the communal area, which I'll discuss when we get into the communal, obviously make sure we put enough sound deadening in so no one can actually hear in the en-suites as well. That's important. Some people don't put any in. We make sure we do that just so nobody hears people in the shower, in the communals, etc. So supply all bedding just as normal. We supply 2 sets so they can rotate around with the tenants. So because the type of tenants that we get, only professionals, that's what we deal with. They just like a home away from home and they don't like bringing their own bedding, etc. So that's the way we're able to get premium prices. This will get £130 per week per room for this, which is nice from there. So this is our communal area. In all our communal spaces, we actually make sure we supply 42-inch smart TVs, so that way they can watch Netflix, YouTube, whatever they actually want on the when they please. Now, when we actually take up some communal space or of another room, the biggest thing that we want to make sure that we do, which a lot of people skip out, is that between the actual rooms, so where we've created a partition wall over here, we've actually put sound deadening in there, and we double up on the sound deadening so you can't actually hear anything in between. Last thing you want to be doing is hearing somebody go to the loo or obviously showering as well, and vice versa. If somebody's actually in here and somebody's trying to get sleep next door, you don't want to be doing that. So because the nature of a tenant that we have, which is professionals, we know that some of them are on day shifts, some on night shifts, and they rotate all the time. So having a place where they can actually sleep nicely, that means the tenants stay longer, and they also don't actually want to leave at the end of their tenancies. So our tenancies are around about 12 months on a tenancy agreement, and then generally they stay for around about 3 years is normally our average stay that they do, and they pay £130 per week per room. So something to take into consideration when you actually have an HMOs is all about your heating. So people are concerned about actual gas and electric bills, and so rightly should they be. So we actually put the Inspire automation thermostats, so you can go to them inspirehomeautomation.co.uk, and we actually put them in all our HMOs now. We found a 25% to 50% reduction in our gas consumption. This allows it that doesn't get tampered by the actual tenants. They can actually adjust the temperature to up to whatever we've set up to. So the maximum they can get is 21 degrees Celsius. That's the normal for the UK, and it's also the minimum requirements for regulations. And in that way, we know that heating's not going to get abused. It's on a schedule, and then basically if they do need to boost it for whatever reason, it's a cold day, they can actually boost it for around about an hour. If it gets to, say, that temperature within about 15 minutes, then the heating gets shut off straight away. So there's no over usage of the gas, which is important to manage your profit margins on the actual HMOs. So for this kitchen, because it's a 3-bedroom property, we only need to have a certain amount of kitchen space for this property. So this is more than adequate for 3 tenants in the 3-bedroom HMO. Now, regardless of our HMOs, even the 3-bed HMO, even though we don't have to abide by HMO regulations, we still make sure that we do, because it's not a licensed property. So you want to make sure your tenants are safe, as well as providing a good quality home for your tenants to stay long term. So for this, what we do is all our kitchens, for each tenant, we make sure they've got cupboard for their own groceries. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 that they can actually put the groceries in, and then we've got pots and pans down the bottom that we can put in there, as well as plates, and then we've also got cupboard space underneath here that can be utilised. We've got all our cutlery in the actual drawers as well, so there's definitely enough space in here for them to be able to maximise. We've still got the washer and the dryer to arrive, as well as the fridge freezer, which will be later this morning, and then that's pretty much it, ready to hand over to the letting agent. So when you start going into your licensed HMOs, you've got to take in consideration, you have to put potentially extra hobs and cookers. So when you go into like 6 bedrooms or above, you need to put 2 oven and hobs, and then depending on how far you go up is how many you need to provide. So we're currently converting a 14-bedroom HMO at the moment, and that we're going to actually put 3 separate kitchens in. We didn't have to do that by regulation. We've actually got a bit overboard, but the reason we're trying to do it is trying to get higher rents, as well as making sure the tenants are comfortable in the property as well. So for this property, we couldn't actually utilize this room as a bedroom because it was too small. If we look to extend it, it would be cost too much money to be able to utilize it. So what we do in this situation is we utilize this as an off suite, and we have a nice sized double bedroom. And for this case, what we do is they just have their own key for this, and it's literally, they just have to go out the bedroom straight into the bathroom from there. So it's generally the middle bedroom of the property that we generally do that with. Otherwise, we like to keep to en suites as much as we can. Now we still get the same rents for this, so you're still going to get £130 per week per room. Nice large bathroom, we've got a towel rail as well, and also we've got a walk-in shower here as well. Okay, so this is 1200 by 800 shower tray, so it's nice and wide, so we don't actually have to squeeze in here as well. So it's a nice selling point for them, and a lot of people do like it and do prefer it as well. So this is bedroom number 2. So bedroom number 2 itself is a great bedroom. It's a nice sized double bedroom. This is 10.22 square meters. Like I said before, we've actually got an off suite for this bathroom, and that way they can actually utilize their own bathroom space, and they've got their own key for it, and still got a nice sized double bedroom. So we're not compensating on space, just try and get an ensuite in here. We didn't have to take any of the next room next door as well. We've got smart TVs as well. So smart TVs in all bedrooms, they can watch Netflix, YouTube, or just general TV if they wish as well. So we just supply general terrestrial TV, and also internet is included with their bills, £130 per week they pay for this room. We've also got desks and also wardrobe with built-in drawers as well. So we're in bedroom number 3. So in bedroom number 3, we've created the ensuite in the actual the front room here. Now in some cases we have to break through walls, etc. In this case we didn't have to. We've got a load bearing wall on this side, so we didn't actually have to put any sound deadening on this side between the 2 bedrooms. So they won't really hear anybody going to the loo or using the shower either. Now what we do is we actually put a 1000 by 800 shower tray in the ensuite rather than 800 by 800. So the smallest shower tray we'll actually use is 800 by 800 millimeters. Some people use smaller than that. I'd highly recommend not to. It is very cramped on a 700 by 700, so 800 by 800 works well. In case we can put bigger ones in, we do. Now in all our rooms itself and throughout the property, we use LED lighting to save on energy costs and also get better EPC ratings. The other thing that we will also do is put fire doors in all our bedrooms and all communal areas and kitchens. That way we know that the property is protected. It's got a half-an-hour burn time in all our fire door casings and fire doors as well. We also make sure that we put thumb turn locks on here as well, so in case of a fire somebody can get out and they don't have to think about getting the keys to get out the room in case they've locked it, okay? And the important thing that you need to make sure is people actually do on 3 beds is they don't put the fire door casings in, they just retrofit it. So we make sure that we do it so we know that in the future that if they do get a licensing that comes into the area, we know it's a matter of a tick in a box rather than actually going and spending a lot more money further down the line. Now, if you guys actually want to profit from UK property and you want to do it with minimal time involvement, as you don't have any time to spare and build a property portfolio, then simply head to cghomes.com, that's cghomes.com, where you can book in a call directly with myself or one of my team, and we can help you moving forward on your journey. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys soon.